Hi friends, welcome back to Parnika tutorials. In this video, I want to discuss about text styles in CSS. So I sincerely request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. The text styles is useful for you to style the text content. Like you can add a color to the text content, you can align the text content, like you can do the left alignment, right alignment, you can make it a center, or you can do the justification. Similarly, you can provide the indentation to the text, you can provide the spacing between the letters, you can provide the spacing between the words, you can add a shadow effect to the text content. All these things we can do using the text styles. So all these things we will discuss one after other in this video. Now let me discuss about the color property. The color property is used to set the color to the text. We can add the color to the text in various ways. One is that we can provide the value to the color directly. Like if you want to add the text color as red, then you can provide the color property and you can have the value as red. Even you can specify the color with the help of RGB. The R stands for red component, G for green component, and B for blue component. Using this RGB also you can add a color to the color property. Similarly, we can use the hexa representation. You can provide the hash symbol, 2 digits for red component, another 2 digits for the green component, and last 2 digits you can use it for blue component. So you can add a color to the text using the color property. Now let me discuss about the color property with an example so that it will be clear for you. Let me go to the desktop, CSS folder, and then let me right click on this one, new text document, and I will give it as text styles dot html. Let me click on the yes, right click on this one, open with notepad++, and then I need to provide the basic HTML template. So I will write doc type HTML, and then I will write the HTML open tag and HTML close tag. Inside the HTML we have two main tags. One is the head tag and the body tag. The head tag consists of the title of the page, internal style sheets, metadata, etc. When it comes to the body tag, whatever the information you want to display on the web page, that information you can provide inside the body tag. Now let me use the title tag to provide the title for this web page. So I will write text styles in CSS. Let me close the title tag, and then I will have the body tag, and here I will use the div tag to display some information. Let me write it as Parnika tutorials, and let me close the div tag. Now if I save this one, okay, before that I need to close the body tag. Let me save this program, go to the desktop, CSS, and textstyles.html open with Google Chrome. Now you can look at Parnika tutorials have been displayed. Okay, now if you want to apply some color to it, we can use the internal style sheet, style tag, and I will write type is equal to text or CSS, and then I will close the style tag, and now I will have the div, and then I will write color as red. Let me close this one, save this program, go to the browser, and let me refresh it. Now you can see Parnika tutorials will be displayed in red color. Now in place of providing the value directly, you can provide it as RGB. So I will provide the red component, green component, and blue component. Each component is in the range from 0 to 255. I'll provide 100, 200, 100. Let me save this program, go to the browser, and let me refresh it. Now you can see Parnika tutorials have been displayed in light green color. Now we will provide the color with the help of hexa value. So I will write hash, and I will use 2 F's for the red component, 0 0 for the green component, and 0 0 for the blue component. If I save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now Parnika tutorials will be displayed in red color. Okay, similarly in place of 0 0 here I will provide AA. Now you can observe what will happen. Now Parnika tutorials have been displayed with this color. Okay, so like this you can use the color property to add the color to the text. Now let me discuss about the text hyphen align property. It is used to set the horizontal alignment of the text. So if you use the text align property, you can align the text in horizontal direction. The text can be set to left alignment, right alignment, center, and justify. So the text alignment property is used to align the text. Now let me go to the Notepad++ and then I will provide the text hyphen align and then I will provide the value as right. So I want to do the right alignment. Then we can observe what will happen. Let me go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see it has been right aligned. Previously it was left aligned. By default it is left aligned. Now if I write center, then it will display horizontally center. If you want to verify, let me refresh it. Now you can see the Parnika tutorials have been displayed horizontally in the center. If I provide lot of information, Parnika tutorials is the best YouTube channel for the CSC courses. Please visit Parnika tutorials for various courses like that I have provided. Like, share and subscribe the channel. Some information I have provided. Let me save this one and if I simply provide it as center, then you can observe. Okay, the Parnika tutorials is the best YouTube for the CSC course. Entire information have been displayed centrally. If you want to justify that one, then in place of center you need to provide it as justify. Then you can see what will happen. Let me save this one, go to the browser. Now you can see it has been justified. So like this you can use the text align property to align the text in the horizontal direction. Now let me discuss about text decoration property. It is used to add or remove decoration to the text. You can have an underline, overline, line through, none. So the text decoration property is used to decorate the text. Now let me discuss this text hyphen decoration concept with an example so that it will be clear for you. I will go to the Notepad++ and I will provide the property as text hyphen decoration and I can do the underline. If I provide the value as underline, for this entire content, underline will come. If you want to observe, let me save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. For this entire content, underline will come. If you want to have a overline, the line should be on the top. I will remove this entire content. I will only keep Parnika tutorials. In place of underline, if I provide overline, on top of Parnika tutorials, a line will come. If you want to observe, look at here. If you want to have a line through the Parnika tutorials, means it should look like a striking, then you can provide the value as line hyphen through. Let me save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see the line came in between. Okay, so like this you can have a decoration to have the line under, over, through. If you don't want to have any decoration, by default you can provide it as none. Let me save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now let me discuss about this text hyphen decoration with the value none with more examples so that it will be clear for you. If I use an anchor tag, Okay, then what will happen? Whatever the content you are displaying, it will display in the blue color and underscore will come. If you want to observe, let me provide here some hash, and then I will write welcome to Parnika tutorials, and then I will close the anchor tag. Okay, now if I does not have any style to it, let me save this one, go to the browser. Now you can see welcome to Parnika tutorials came in the blue color and underline also came. Now if I remove this one, for the anchor tag, if I provide the text hyphen decoration, and if I provide it as none, then you can observe there will be no decoration will come to this anchor tag. If you want to observe, let me save it, go to the browser and let me refresh it. So the underscore has been eliminated. Okay, if you want to have some color to it, then you can write color property and value as red, end with semicolon. Now let me save this one, go to the browser. Now you can look at it. Welcome to Parnika tutorials have been came in the red color, but this is a hyperlink. By default, the hyperlink will come in the blue color with underscore. As you provided the text hyphen decoration as none, that underline has been eliminated, and then you can add the color and you can do the alignment, all these things using the text styles. Now let me discuss about the text hyphen transform property. It is used to change the case of the text, like if you want to convert from lowercase to uppercase or uppercase to lowercase, or if you want to make it capitalize, all these things you can do with the help of text hyphen transform property. Now let me discuss with a simple example so that it will be clear for you. I will remove this anchor tag. In place of anchor tag, I will use the div tag and I will write Parnika tutorials. Everything I will provide in lowercase. And let me close the div tag, and then in place of anchor tag I will provide here as div, and then I will write here as text hyphen transform, and I will provide it as uppercase. Let me end with the semicolon, close the curly braces. Now let me save this program, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see Parnika tutorials have came in uppercase. We have provided the content in the lowercase, but it has been converted into uppercase. Now let me reverse it. I will give the content in the uppercase and I want to print in the lowercase. So here in the text transform, I need to provide it as lowercase. Let me save this program, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can observe the content have been displayed in the lowercase. If I provide it as capitalize, then what will happen? We will observe. Let me make it in the lowercase Parnika tutorials, and in place of lowercase here, I will provide it as capitalize. Let me save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can observe in each word the first character came in the uppercase, the remaining characters came in the lowercase. So if you provide some content, in that content every word the first character will come in the uppercase. So this is the use of text hyphen transfer property. It is used to change the case of the text, like uppercase to lowercase, lowercase to uppercase, etc. Now let me discuss about text hyphen indent property. It is used to indent the first line of the paragraph. Let's take that you have the paragraph. In the paragraph, the first line from starting you want some space. After some space, the first word should start and the remaining lines should start from the starting only. That you can do with the help of text hyphen indent property. Now let me discuss this concept practically with an example. Let me remove the Parnika tutorials and copy this content as it is used to indent the first line of the paragraph, and then I will provide the break tag, and then I will provide this one again, I will provide it, and again I will provide the break tag. So some paragraph I am giving, and then here I will provide it as text hyphen indent, and then I will provide some 330 pixels. Let me provide it. Okay, let me end with semicolon. Let me save this one, go to the browser, and let me refresh it. Now you can see the first line in the paragraph has been provided some 30 pixel indentation. Okay, let me remove this break tag, and then we will see the changes. Let me save this one, go to the browser, and let me refresh it. Now you can see this entire content is considered as a paragraph. In the paragraph you have 4 lines, but the first line, from the instead of displaying from the starting, some space has been provided. So this can be done with the help of text hyphen indent property. Now let me discuss about letter hyphen spacing. If you want to provide space between the letters, that you can do with the help of letter hyphen spacing. So it is used to specify the space between the characters of the text. If you observe IT, there are 2 letters are there. Between these 2 letters we have not provided any space. If you want to provide any space, that you can do with the help of letter hyphen spacing property. Let me discuss this property practically with an example. So let me provide letter hyphen spacing, and I will provide it as some 4 pixels. Let me end with a semicolon. Let me save this one. If you observe it, earlier between the letters there is no space. Now if I refresh, between the letters you can see some 4 pixel space. If you want to reduce the space, in place of 4 pixel you can provide 2 pixels. Let me save this one, go to the browser, and let me refresh it. Now you can see still there is a space between each letter, so that you can do with the help of letter hyphen spacing. Now let me discuss about line hyphen height. It is used to set the space between the lines. If you observe earlier, there is no space between the lines. Look at here, first line, then second line. There is no space between these 2 lines. If you want to provide the space between the lines, that you can do with the help of line hyphen height property. It is used to set the space between the lines. Let me go to the Notepad++, and I will provide it as line hyphen height, and I will provide it as some 20 pixels. Let me save this one, go to the browser, and let me refresh it. If you observe earlier, there is no space between the 2 lines. If I refresh it, now you can see there is a space between the lines. If you want to look at more clarity, let me provide it as 100 pixels. Let me save this one, go to the browser, and let me refresh it. Now you can see it is used to indent the first, then 100 pixel space came, then the next line displayed, then again 100 pixel space came, then next line has been displayed. Like this, if you want to provide the space between the lines, you can do with the help of line hyphen height property. Now let me discuss about word hyphen spacing property. It is used to specify the space between the words of the line. If you observe, it is a word, is a word, used is a word. Now if you look at between each word, there is a space. If you want to adjust the space between the 2 words, then you can use the word hyphen spacing property. Let me go to the Notepad++. Let me remove the line hyphen height property. Then I will provide word hyphen spacing, and then I will provide it as some 20 pixels. Let me end with the semicolon. Let me save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now if you observe, between the two words the space has been increased. If you want to make it to 2 pixels, that you can do it. Let me save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see between the two words 2 pixel space has been provided. Now let me discuss about the text hyphen shadow property. It is used to add the shadow effect to the text. Look at here, the text is there. For this text below, if you want the same text looks like a shadow, that you can do with the help of text hyphen shadow property. This property takes 3 values. One is horizontal size, vertical size and the shadow color. Means horizontally how much space you want to provide between the text and the shadow, vertically how much space you want to provide, and the shadow font in which color you want to display, that also you need to provide. Let me go to the Notepad++ and then I will use the text hyphen shadow, and then I will provide horizontally some 20 pixels, vertically some 30 pixels, and then I will provide it as green. Let me end with a semicolon. Let me save this one. Okay, in place of this much content, I will simply write Parnika tutorials. Then we will see what will happen. Let me save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see the shadow came, but more distance is there between the original content and the shadow content. If you want to reduce the space, let me provide it as 2 pixels and here also 2 pixels and green color. Let me save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now it is overlapping. So what I will do, I will provide some 5 pixels and green color. Let me save this one, go to the browser. Now you can see a shadow effect came. Okay, if you want more clarity, let me provide it as 8, some 5 pixels, then we will see what will happen. Let me save this one. Still it is not looking perfectly. I will make it as some 10. Let me save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. So it is looking like a shadow for the Parnika tutorials. Now let me discuss about the text hyphen direction property. It is used to set the direction of the text. If you observe generally, the text direction by default it is left to right. Whatever the content you are displaying, it will be displayed from left to right. If you want to display the from right to left, you want to change the direction, then you can use the direction property and you can provide the value as RTL. Now let me discuss with practically with an example. I will provide the direction and then I will provide the value as RTL. Then meaning is that you want to display the text content from right to left. Let me save this one, go to the browser and let me refresh it. Now you can see the content have been displayed from right to left. I hope you have understood all the text style properties in CSS. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.